All right, folks, welcome back to the TNT show. Today we got some NBA catch up for the playoffs, and then we're going to talk about a little bit of NFL news and just a couple of topics that, we thought would be pretty interesting this time around. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Up to this point, the NBA conference finals are set. We got the Pacers and the Knicks. We got the Timberwolves and the Thunder. So out of those four teams, who do you think comes out of the East? Who do you think comes out of the West?
I'm going to say the Thunder, and I'm going to say the Pacers. It's
Okay.
like we talked about earlier. The Knicks, if the Knicks cannot play around with the Pacers,
that's true.
I think if the Knicks can get up, like, let's just say 2-0, I think they got a chance. But if it goes 7 games, I think the Pacers are going to beat them. As far as the Thunder goes, I think they have the opportunity. That series might go 7, but they have the opportunity to beat them at 5.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the Thunder, they have the depth. I feel like overall talent-wise, the Timberwolves have a lot more. And they play some really good defense, even though they lost their starting center, Cat, to the Knicks last year. So, I don't know. For me, I agree with the Pacers take. I think the Pacers are going to win that series. For me, I'm saying 6, but that's only because of the pace that they play at. And I think it's going to be tough for the Knicks to slow down that pace. Now, This is going to be a little crazy, a little controversial, but I think the Timberwolves are going to upset the Thunder and go to their first.
I don't think so.
I think so, man. Anthony Edwards has been
they
consistent.
have been sitting at home. They have been resting.
Exactly. Which, I mean, that's good and bad at the same time, especially coming out in game 1. So we'll see. But that's my take. I think the Timberwolves go to their first NBA Finals.
Yeah. Is this the first time they've ever been?
I
mean, probably in a long time, I guess.
I think this might be the first time that they've ever been. Either that or it's just been a while. I'm sure the Knicks has been a while.
Like it's just been a long time.
Yeah. But that's pretty much all NBA wise. I think it's a great conference finals matchup between the 4 teams. So it should be pretty interesting. I mean, not what everybody expected. Everybody expected the Thunder to be there. Nobody expected the Timberwolves. Nobody really expected, the Pacers for sure. But I mean, here we are.
Yeah, here we are, and it's all teams that nobody thought it was going to be.
That's basketball for you. I mean, whoever's the healthiest and whoever is playing the best. That's how basketball goes in the playoffs.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, your Celtics are looking pretty bad.
Yeah, they got a lot of figuring out to do. Tatum be out all next year.
Yeah, who knows how long Jaylen Brown's going to be out too.
If he gets I think if he does the surgery, then they'll. It's weird to say this, but even if he's out, they're still a playoff team, even without both of them.
So, but yeah, I totally agree. But moving on to football news, Brock Purdy and Fred Warner got paid in the last couple of days. That would explain why they made so many moves in the offseason, getting rid of people. Which we knew the Brock Purdy one. I knew about Brock Purdy. I forgot about Fred Warner.
Yeah, you kind of expected
I thought he already got paid.
Honestly, I thought he did too. But it's expected that he's the highest paid linebacker because he plays like it.
Yeah, he plays like it. He does everything. He's kind of what you want. He's the hybrid. He's the he can stop the run. He can defend the pass. He can drop back into coverage. I mean, he can almost do anything. He can rush the passer. It's what he can't he do.
Exactly.
Um, I've seen a lot of stuff about Travis Hunter. I think it's just rookie camp, but a lot of people are saying he's struggling running routes.
I'll
So
just say this: you remember when Jamar Chase was a rookie, right?
yeah, and they
And
said he
they
couldn't
going
catch.
exactly. I think it's
Yeah.
a little. It's just one of those media things. It's too early to say. We'll have to wait to see when the season gets here.
Um, who do you think out of all the rookie quarterbacks? Oh, Shador got signed by Cleveland, so I'm assuming they're going to keep him. It's a sticky situation in Cleveland, but do you think he's going to play?
It just depends on what the room looks like. If
They have
let's
5
say
active quarterbacks on their team under contract.
let's say whoever makes like the game day roster, let's say it's him and two other guys, and the two other guys stink, then I think he plays. But if one of them looks better than him, then I think he's just gonna sit, which is again, it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's but the thing we've talked about it. I don't want to touch on it too much. Is they have Dylan Gabriel too, so you got to let one of them go.
Or you can keep both of them.
I mean, you can't play both of them at the same time.
No, but if anything happens, you do have another quarterback, and if he comes in and balls out, then
I think
who
I
knows?
think you let. I think obviously they're going to battle it out in the preseason. I mean, there's really no need for Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett to play. To be honest, I'd probably let them battle it out. Kenny Pickett, Shador, and Dylan Gabriel, and keep both of them. Keep two of them.
Yeah, but that would be hard to do, though. I don't really see them cutting either of the quarterbacks they just drafted. That'd be insane.
Yeah, but they just traded for Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, but he could easily not make the roster, though.
I think they gave him a little bit of money. If I'm not
I
mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. I
I don't
could be
really
wrong. I
remember,
could
but
be wrong.
I would doubt it though. And if they did, they'd be kind of crazy to do that. Because
So out of all the rookie quarterbacks, here's my question for you. Out of all the rookie quarterbacks, who has who do you think's in the best situation slash who do you think has the best chances of being let's say a future starting quarterback aside from Cam Ward? Because he's the only
uh,
one that realistically has a. I mean,
do you
I would
when
imagine
you
he's going to beat out Will Levis, right?
when you say, "Oh, he's the starter from day one," there's no doubt about it. They're not. That's not a competition.
So everybody else is in the competition battle.
So when you say future, do you mean like starting at some point this year, or just later on down the road?
Just let's just say later on down the road, because some of them Jackson Dart obviously unless Russell Wilson gets hurt, he's not going to play. Same goes for Quinn Ewers. Now my take is going to be Will Howard. He's in a great situation.
Uh,
I
he could be
mean, his
starting by the
only
end of this season.
competition is that's exactly my point. And I think one of the quarterbacks from Cleveland is going to do it.
Yeah, see, I can't say that so much for everybody else though, unless like Sam Darnold would have to play like hot garbage for them to even consider playing Milrow in his first year because he's not ready.
All right. So let's just say future. Let's look at the future here. So do Tua's kind of young. They're all kind of young. So
Mm, if we're looking at it from that aspect, I'd probably say Quinn Ewers because Tua gets hurt a lot. Tua has a lot of health issues. So in the event that Tua goes down and Quinn Ewers steps in, can prove that he can stay healthy because he's had his share of health issues too, then I mean he could kind of take. Well, that'd be hard to do because they just paid him too. So I don't know.
exactly. The thing
I
is,
don't know.
though, everybody that picked the quarterback kind of paid the person they have. I will say Jackson Dart probably went to the best situation because Russell Wilson only signed like a 1 or 2 year deal.
It's outside of that. I mean, he's in the best situation because I mean they're building a really good team already. So yeah. What I
I mean,
mean,
yeah,
what
they got a
is it?
good young team. I'm going to go Will Howard
I,
off the jump. Now, I could see Quinn Ewers. I think he's going to beat out Zach Wilson, and Quinn Ewers will be the backup quarterback.
or he'll be third string.
I think he's going to beat out Zach Wilson. So out of all the rookies, who are you most interested to see? Who are you most excited to see?
Um, hmm,
Are you excited to see anybody?
that's a tough question.
I'm a little curious to see how Ashton Genty does. He's the second highest paid running back. Well, yeah, probably third now, but the third highest paid running back and hadn't even touched the field yet.
That is fair. You're right.
I'm interested to see. He's not a rookie, but I'm interested to see if Sam Darnold really did take a step or if it was just Minnesota.
I think it's a little bit of. If you want my honest opinion, I think it's a little bit of both. Because I mean, anybody like Baker Mayfield always says, like you always quote, if the team around you is good, you're going to perform. You'd have
I
to be
mean,
really
yeah,
that bad. Which his numbers may not be like what they were in Minnesota, but they should still be good because he doesn't have a bad team around him. They have some
no.
skill guys.
I mean, take away Justin Jefferson. I mean, that's hard to do. I mean, he's got Jackson Smith. They got Cooper Kupp. They got a solid tight end. Pretty decent running back duo. Yeah, I mean, but rookie wise, I'm interested to see Ashton Genty. Obviously, everybody wants to see Travis Hunter. I'm really interested to see what Cam Ward's going to look like.
Yeah, because if the
You want my
Titans,
hot take?
what
He's going to be garbage.
I don't know, man. He looked like he looks. It's hard to say because since he hasn't taken a
They said
snap
the
yet,
same thing with Mariota.
but he could be really good. I mean, it's outside of that. There's just like I said, it's hard to say. I think he'll be
Yeah,
good though.
I think he might be hot garbage.
I mean, it's a 50-50.
So what about Tyler Shook? You think he's going to win the starting role?
I think he
I
will.
would I would assume so.
He should be the best out of those quarterbacks that are competing for the starting
I could
spot.
see Spencer Rattler just because the fact that he did play some last year,
True.
knows the system a little bit better. I could see it.
Yep.
And then like kind of like Russell, kind of like Justin Fields, play play 5 or 6 games or however many games, and then roll in Tyler Shough.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad option. I mean, if Spencer Rattler does win it and, he's playing okay, not great, then you can always see what your backup looks like. See how much better your offense can be.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think has the most pressure on them this year? Going into this year, who has the most pressure?
Is out of anybody?
Give me 3 guys.
I'm gonna say, all right, okay. So
It
honestly,
can be anybody.
I'm probably just gonna give out 3 quarterbacks because obviously quarterbacks have the most pressure. Which I could probably throw a coach in there too. Like one coach I'll say is Zach Taylor. That's one.
For sure.
Some of the other coaches are really more so new, so that's not really can't really throw them in there. But quarterback wise, I'm gonna say Tua because he got to shake the health allegations.
Oh, for sure.
Um, Two, I'll probably say Trevor Lawrence. Your offense is, I'm not saying it's loaded, but it's a step better or ahead of where it was last year.
Okay.
So, and then lastly, I'll probably say Lamar.
Lamar. Yeah, I could see that. I think it's him and Josh Allen are basically in the same category. Okay, the accolades are cool and all. It's time. I know we've talked about it 100 times. It's easier said than done. You got to beat Patrick Mahomes. But on paper, your team is a lot better. Maybe
Yeah.
not from a defensive standpoint, but I mean, Patrick Mahomes went to the Super Bowl with, I don't want to say bums, but I mean,
I mean,
I did. Went to the Super Bowl with washed up DeAndre Hopkins. Your leading receiver had 800 yards, and that was Travis Kelce. So my 3 are going to be Bryce Young.
that's a good one.
With a grain of salt. I'll put him in the honorable mention. I'll put him there. It's only his second year. Well, third year.
I think the pressure is definitely there based on how he played going into the year. And I say it's a 50-50 because he looked really good in the back half of the year with
I think if he can just win 7 games, somewhere in there, you got to win. You just got to win some games or keep it close. Do something. It can't be your fault.
you just think
Uh,
as long as he
as long
shows
as he's competing.
yeah,
Let's say he goes out there and throws for 250, 200 yards a game, a couple touchdowns, keeps it close, but they just can't stop anybody. That's not his fault.
exactly.
But if he goes out there and looks like a turd, yeah, I think it might be time to maybe make a decision. My other one's going to be Kyler Murray. Again, been in the league for quite a bit. Not really progressing. They've had some pretty solid teams. Like you said, like we talked about, yes, their defense has not been great, but it's the stuff that people say about him. He's more interested in playing video games than playing football. It's he's kind of in the same boat as Trevor Lawrence, if you want me to be honest. And my next one is going to be Justin Herbert. I think it's time for him to take that step and kind of
Well, like
show that he's in the same category as, because a lot of people say he's a top 5 quarterback in the league, top 10. And
I'm not saying that, but
I don't think he's either one of them, and I don't think it's close.
he could be there one day, but just not right now.
So, but I think he needs to kind of, if we're going to say Trevor Lawrence, we have to say Justin Herbert. I'm going to say Justin Herbert. He just, I would say that and Dak. I think it's time for him to, you know, he got to show me something.
He
$60
just got to
million,
get to a,
60
he just
mil, man, we
got
got
to
to
get
be
to a
doing
conference
something.
championship or a Super
I mean,
Bowl,
he just got
something.
paid, so honestly, I really wouldn't care. Um, I have a couple people that I think need to take a step. Honestly, you're probably gonna be shocked I'm even fixing to say this. Joe Burrow.
No, he don't got to take a step. He just needs to stay healthy.
No, I think so because the reason I say that is
Nah,
they start off and they have such sloppy starts.
dog, that's not. Look,
If they wouldn't have been sloppy, I'm not gonna sit here and act like he played like a superstar at the beginning of the year because they look like trash.
a majority of that was not. Yeah, okay. Obviously, the slow starts on offense were that was definitely on them, but it didn't really help that their defense was like really bad all
Oh,
season.
trash! Yeah, I know,
Because you got to
but
think
at the same time,
he threw for like 40 touchdowns, like 5,000 yards. He's
I
already been
know,
to a
but I'm
Super
just
Bowl.
saying. I think the health he's got to shake off the health, kind of like we said with Tua. The health concerns, he's another one of those that if he gets hurt again, as bad as I hate to say it, I love him to death. Bad as I hate to say it, there's going to have to be a discussion there too. You know, yeah, you have a great healthy season, but man, you can't stay healthy. Aside from quarterback, I'm going to throw some curveballs in there. Aside from quarterback, Christian McCaffrey, he's another one. When healthy, best running back in the league. It's not even a doubt about it.
Mm,
He's the best back in the league when he's healthy, and it's not even close.
so he's better than Saquon when he's healthy?
Yes, when he's healthy, yeah, I take Christian McCaffrey all day.
I wouldn't.
I would, and it's not even close.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we talking Saquon with the Eagles or just in general? We've
Saquon
only seen
just,
him we've only seen him at the Eagles once.
yeah,
I'm
but
As a full body of work, give me Christian McCaffrey all day, every day.
I mean, honestly, though, it's the same thing. Because, I mean, they both played for two franchises. They both had unhealthy breaks, and they both dominated when healthy.
Yeah,
Only difference is,
I still take McCaffrey. I think
only
his
difference
thing is
is,
though, he's hurt all the time. Like
I
he's
mean,
missed several seasons.
who?
Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah,
he's
I
been
mean,
hurt a lot.
Saquon,
The thing
he's
is
missed
though,
a few seasons too.
he's been paid a couple times. Who's another one? Running back wise that I would kind of like to see. Running back's kind of tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a
Yeah, like you said,
substantial amount of
all the pressures on the
the
quarterback.
quarterback.
I want to see CJ Stroud bounce back. Obviously, his whole team was hurt, so offensively, when everybody got hurt, they didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. And he got sacked. I'm pretty sure he was the most sacked quarterback in the NFL this year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's taking a beating.
So early. Obviously, this is going to be super early. But who do you think is going to be the best? Who do you think is going to win Rookie of the Year offensively?
I mean, honestly, it's still too early to tell.
If you had to pick one,
I'd probably say
I
Ashton
think
Jeanty
it's
because
probably going to be. I don't think it'll be him.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know if
say
the Raiders are going to be good enough.
It's not about how good you are. It's just gonna be about what your numbers look like.
That's what
Well,
I'm saying. I don't
obviously,
know.
how good you are plays a factor. Because let's say Cam Ward goes out here, his numbers look good, and he takes the Titans to the playoffs. He's gonna win Rookie of the Year, easy.
Yeah.
But if Jeanty,
the Raiders do have a pretty solid team, so I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be the future back from day one. So he's going to get the carries. It's just about what he does with it. If he's home run hitting like he was in college, he'll run for well over 1,000 yards and probably have at least maybe, I'm thinking anywhere between 10 to 15 touchdowns. And that sounds like
so
rookie of the year to me.
yeah. Um, I don't want to. I don't know. Like you said, I have a suggestion. It is going to be a running back, but it's not going to be him.
Who?
Mine's going to be Quinshon Judkins he went to Cleveland.
For rookie of the year?
Yep.
I guess that makes sense because they don't really know
I
what they're
think he's going to
doing.
be really good.
They don't really know what they're doing
And they're
quarterback
going to
wise
lean on the
anyway.
run.
Yeah.
Again, he's going to be. I think I don't know if he's going to have the yards because that's not really. How do I put this? He ran for a lot at Ole Miss, but at Ohio State he kind of didn't. He scores a lot.
Yeah, but he was
He's
splitting.
kind of like, I don't want to compare him to Saquon, but that might be a little bit of a stretch. But along the same lines, he's just not as fast, if that makes sense. He doesn't really have that speed. It might come, but I don't know if he has that. I don't know if he has the speed. You want to know who he reminds me of? And this might. I don't know if you'll like the comparison.
Who?
Jay Ajayi. Kind of the same thing. Kind of the same person. Same.
It's funny
He
because he
does.
played at Boise State too.
So that's who I would compare Quinshon to.
I can see that.
Aside from him, I mean, may have to go Cam Ward. I mean,
I mean, he's the
Tennessee
most
has a
obvious choice.
pretty okay team.
All I'm
They
saying
just
is
were
don't be
lacking a quarterback
surprised.
play.
Don't be surprised if you see McMillan in that race.
Yeah, he's a good one. I mean, it. He really ain't got no competition. No disrespect to Xavier Leggett, but
I think he's actually going. I'm not saying he's going to be like a superstar this season, but I think he'll definitely take a big step forward.
so all right, defensive player. Do you have any suggestions, or do you outside of Abdul Carter?
Uh, it could be one of those D tackles. It could be Mason Graham. I mean, a lot of those guys that went high. I mean, it could be Will Johnson because he plays corner, so he's going to play a pivotal role for the Cardinals. I would assume.
Yeah, mine's going to be an Alabama player,
Who?
Jahad Campbell. I think he's going to be a very good player for Philadelphia. Very good. I think he might win Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe. Depends on what they do with him. I
Interesting.
don't know. The stats may not be there because he does play linebacker.
I was
But
not expecting that.
I mean, in my opinion, I thought he was one of the best defensive players in the draft. I mean,
Hmm.
I would have took him. I would have took him. If I was Cincinnati, I would have took him over Shamar Stewart all day, every day. I mean, I don't know if you watched him play at Alabama, but I
I'm glad
mean,
we got
he was
this.
pretty
I'm glad
good.
we got this. I'm glad we're doing this on the
I
podcast
mean,
because
I'd
you're
have
saying
took
this
him.
out loud,
I'd have took him.
and this is
He reminds me just like Roquan. I think he's gonna be just as good.
everybody out there. Just remember that he actually saying this right now.
I mean, I would have took him.
So
I mean, I would have took him. I think he's probably he was the best linebacker in the draft.
yeah,
Easily, easily. I'm surprised he fell to where he fell to. But positionally, I can understand.
made sense.
He's not
But
really did he rush the passer? He really didn't, did he? I know he played a very
no,
pivotal
they
role in the run game. He's
he
big.
played
He's what you want.
he played more like actual not
Linebacker.
Yeah, like more middle of the field. Like he can defend the pass, he can get after the
Yeah,
quarterback, but
yeah.
not
He's
from
he's
like
kind of what you want. He's bigger. He can stop the run. He's fat. He's good enough to defend the pass. Yeah, I would
yeah.
have took him. Is that time?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much all I have for this episode.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got too.
So if you made it this far, the main topic, obviously was who are you most excited to see? Who do you think is going to take a step forward? Regardless of position, leave a name in the comments and throw down some stats for us too. But with that being said, we'll catch you on the next one.